Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcom Sports here with the Miami Heat Super Realistic Rebuild, final part of this series. Here are the objectives for the Heat in this one. We want to get to the NBA Finals, but if you guys have not seen the previous parts, make sure to click the link in the description, or there'll be a card that pops up on the screen. It'll take you right to the playlist. But here in the draft lottery, we obviously don't have a good pick, but we still have a first round pick. And with our first round pick, we're going to take Jerry McKinney, an athletic wing, small forward out of Rhode Island. He's 6'9", 215. So hopefully he can progress into maybe a 10th man. And here is our roster. Obviously, we traded for Kyle Kuzma in the last video, but we still have DeAndre Hunter, Justice Winslow, Josh Richardson, pretty much the same core of guys. And our young guys are also getting better, so the bench is definitely going to keep improving. But here is the rotation: Winslow, Josh Richardson, DeAndre Hunter, Kyle Kuzma, Bam. And I'm not really impressed with Bam's performance throughout this whole video, but I don't think that the Heat would trade him unless they actually are tanking. But we're going to keep him around, but we will keep the same coach. So for the first time here, we get our first All-Stars, and it is going to be Kyle Kuzma and Justice Winslow, surprisingly, so that's pretty good for us. So here at the trade deadline, we're going to check out how we're doing, and we are actually tied for the #1 seed right now at a lot of games over 500, actually. I did not expect this, but we definitely have kept a lot of the same people, so we just keep getting better. So the MVP is the man that just dropped 61 at New York, and that's James Harden. Pretty impressive numbers, but Kelvin Alexander is going to be the 6th man of the year. Pretty impressive numbers. He could honestly start for us, but we do have Kuzma, and let's see if actually Justice Winslow makes the All-NBA second team. Really good numbers from him. I'm actually surprised with how he did in this whole video, but Kyle Kuzma on the All-NBA third team, just being an all-around scorer and getting the rebounds, a little bit of assists. Winslow also on the defensive team, so Winslow having a breakout season in this one. We do make the playoffs, but we did fall off a little bit, finishing as the 5th seed. We were tied for the #1 seed at the deadline, so we'll be playing the Cavs in the first round. Should be a good series. And here are the season stats. Everyone playing pretty much the same. William Jeffress, I do like off the bench for the scoring. So here is the rotation going into these playoffs. No major injuries in this one. And hopefully Bam doesn't get injured like he did, I believe, last season in the playoffs. So for the first time in the playoffs, we're not playing the Bulls in the first round. So let's see if we can handle the Cavaliers. We do lose game 1, and we tie it up 1-1. We are the lower seed in this one, so they do have home court on us. But we do go up 2-1, and now we are up 3-1. And just as I was saying, Bam is going to be out for the season. How ironic in this video, but we're going to have to go without him, and we're not going to close it out here. Please do not go to 7 games. And we close it out in 6 games. It looks like DeAndre Hunter showing out big in this one. Kuzma with a nice game. Winslow, a double-double, 12 and 11. But Kelvin Alexander flirting with a triple-double. Colin Sexton didn't really play that well. Not enough firepower on this team. So in the second round, we actually dodged a bullet. We were going to play the Sixers, but they lost in 7 games to the Wizards. So definitely a more winnable series, this one, but it is tied 1-1 now. We do go up 2-1. I do expect to beat this Wizards team. They do have RJ Barrett, but John Wall and Bradley Beal are declining. Justice Winslow with a monster game in this one, 30 points and 10 assists, and also getting 2 blocks, so pretty nice right there. Josh Richardson had 22. Kuzma had a double-double, and Bradley Beal with a nice game right there. RJ Barrett, not his best game. John Wall, not playing good at all. So here in the conference finals, we're down 3-1 now to the Hawks. It's not looking good at all, but this Hawks team is pretty loaded. Winslow with a nice game. Klay Thompson they do have. They have LaMelo Ball, Vucevic, and a bunch of other key weapons. So we'll see if we can come back in this one. We do win that game. So 3-2 now. LaMelo Ball dropping 30. They also have Tariq and Prince, Mike Conley. Yeah, this team is stacked. So stacked and so deep. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do lose in this one. But we'll see if we lose here in 6 or if we're going to go to a Game 7 in Atlanta. We are at home in Miami, and it looks like we are going to lose this one. Kuzma with 22, 7 assists. Winslow not playing his best. But, yeah, it looks like they had too much firepower. LaMelo Ball didn't even play well in that one. So it is going to be the Hawks and the Mavericks in the finals. Kind of ironic how they traded Trae Young and Luka Doncic to each other. So they are going to meet here, and Zion wins Finals MVP. And here in the draft lottery, it looks like the Thunder were really bad. They have the 3rd pick. The Warriors have the number 1 pick. That's pretty cool. The Lakers have the number 2 pick. And here with our 1st round pick, we're going to take just the best available. In our eyes, it is Jackie Gaines out of Fresno State. Looks like a really good defender. So maybe he can progress and hopefully be a bench piece or maybe even start one day. And here is our roster after that offseason. We're not really making any moves because free agency is broken in 2K after like the first 3 seasons. So not really much to do in free agency. Just bringing back some veteran guys like Reggie Jackson, who's really washed up at this point, but pretty much the same team, and it's going to stay this same team probably for the next 2 seasons, and we're just going to give it 2 more seasons to try to win a championship or even get to the finals. But we will send Jerry McKinney back to the G League, and we will keep Eric Spoelstra. And here at the All-Star break, it looks like Kuzma and Winslow both are back on the All-Star team, and they are on the same team, playing for Team Giannis. And zooming past to the trade deadline, we are out of the playoffs currently. We are 4 games under 500. I'm not sure too much what's going on here, but we have the same team, and we just made it to the conference finals. I don't get this at all. We should bounce back. And in this one, Anthony Davis is going to be the MVP. Kind of cool right there. And also Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis. The Pistons Coach of the Year. And Justice Winslow improving again. All NBA first team this time. Pretty good numbers all around. But Kuzma, it looks like, did not make a team. Josh Richardson bouncing back. He's been really inconsistent, but he is on the defensive team right there. Taking out the standings, we did make the playoffs, and we are the 6th seed. A lot of a decline from last season. Actually, not too much. We did finish as the 5th seed. I'm thinking about we were the 1 seed at the deadline last season, but Kyle Kuzma playing pretty well. Everyone about the same numbers, so we should be good to go in this one. But we will check out the team stats. And on offense, we are pretty bad, actually, really bad. Bottom 10 and top 3 in defense. And here is the rotation going into the playoffs. No major injuries, but we all know Bam just decides to get injured in the playoffs for no reason every time. So he'll probably get injured right now. And we are playing the Boston Celtics in the first round. Not what we wanted. This team is really good. But we do win game 1. They tie it up 1-1. I don't think we can beat this Celtics team. They're very deep, very stacked. They still have Kyrie Irving. But we are going to go down 3-1 here, just as I suspected. And we do lose in 5 games. Kind of expected. Kyrie Irving putting on a show. Tatum. They got Jaylen Brown, Hachimura. But Winslow almost got a triple-double. It was 1 assist shy. So it is going to be the Spurs and the Celtics in the finals. And we just did a big trade with the Spurs. So that would be funny if they win right here. And they do. DeJounte Murray helping them out. And back again at the draft lottery. We will see who gets the number 1 pick. It looks like the Bucks. So they probably didn't do too good. So with our first round pick, we're going to take a traditional big man here. Dennis Olsen out of Texas. He's 6'10", a little bit undersized, but yeah, at this point, we're just going best available and see if any of these guys pan out. So here is the roster. No major changes. We just re-signed everyone and brought everyone back. But we are looking pretty good. We've got probably the best 6th man in the league in Kelvin Alexander. So we're looking good right there with the bench. Dion Waiters is a little bit washed up at this point, but I decided to bring him back for some veteran leadership. So there's the rotation, and we're looking pretty good. I would say we should aim for the number 1 seed this time, but we did fire Erik Spoelstra. He did not get it done last season, or really any of the seasons. So in this season at the All-Star break, Kuzma is an All-Star, but it looks like Winslow did not make it this season. And checking us out at the trade deadline, we just lost to the Spurs, but we are 30-24, so we're definitely better than last season at the deadline. So maybe the coaching change is going to help us in the playoffs. Hopefully it does, and we get to the second round. And MVP is going to go to Zion Williamson for the Mavericks. First time for him. Kelvin Alexander, again, the 6th man of the year. And Doc Rivers on the Hawks, coach of the year. But checking out the All-NBA teams, looks like no one from our team, but Josh Richardson does make a defensive team, playing some pretty good defense out there. And checking out the standings, we were the 3 seed, so we didn't get the number 1 seed, but it is a tough conference at this point in time. A lot of talent in the East now. But we are playing the Knicks, who have a really good roster in the first round. So it might be another first round exit. Hopefully not. Hopefully we figure it out. But there you guys see the numbers, and we'll get right into it. Team stats, offense. We did improve on offense, and number 2 defense. So here in the first round, let's see if our new coach can have some more success than Spoelstra did. And we do win game 1. We lose game 2. Game 3, we go get it. And 3-1, please. 2-2 now. Very tough series. And this one's a big one right here. It is in Miami, so we should be able to pick this one up. And it looks like we do win by 6 points. So can we close it out in 6 games? We are going to close it out, and we'll play the Sixers in the next round. Kevin Knox with 17. Porzingis only 14 points. And Kuzma showing out, doing a little bit of everything, but not too much scoring going on. So we are playing the 76ers in this round, and I believe they have Kevin Durant, so it will be a tough one, but we do win game 1 there. And tied now 1-1. Can we win game 3? And we do. Can we go up 3-1? 2-2 now. Another 2-2 series. Can we win game 5? Another big one. This one on the road, though, in Philly. Definitely is going to be tough, but it looks like we do have a lead, and we win by 20 points in that one. Can we close it out in 6 again? And we do. Big win right there in Philly on the road. And Justice Winslow with a huge game, 27 from him, 5 rebounds, 24 also. Embiid 17, not having his best game. Kevin Durant only 11 points, did not shoot well at all. So we have a rematch in the conference finals with the Hawks, and we are tied 2-2. So we got to go on the road in Atlanta and take this one, and it's coming down to the wire. So can we pull it out? It looks like we are breaking away, and we do win by 10 points in that one. That one is big. Back-to-back game 5 road wins for us against the Sixers and the Hawks. And it looks like Kuzma came up big. They still have the same stacked team, and I think they added one more 90, so they definitely got better. But somehow we are able to pull it off with our new head coach. Maybe that's all we needed, a head coach change, but we do get it done here. DeAndre Hunter coming up big in that one with 30 points. Josh Richardson, 20. And yeah, they added this guy, Dedrick Poole. I think he was on the Sixers before, but he is a star, and I don't know how they keep getting these stars, but they do. So LaMelo Ball shooting them out of the game. So in the finals, we are playing the Nuggets, a definitely good team. Jokic has been MVP multiple times. They have this guy, Stephon. Jamal Murray is still on the team. Michael Porter Jr. They got Miles Turner off the bench. So it's definitely a good team. They have Dennis Schroeder as well. So here in the finals, it's not looking good at all for us right now. We are down 3-1 to the Nuggets. And Stephon scoring 27 in that one. Josh Richardson with a breakout game right there, dropping 40, but it was not enough. Winslow not really doing as much. But we will see if we can pull off another comeback. We've been pulling off a lot of comebacks lately. but we'll see if we can pull off another one. This one would be historic, up there with the Cavs and Warriors 3-1 comeback. But Winslow with a nice game right there, almost getting a triple-double, almost getting a 40-point triple-double. But Jokic, we all know he's a beast. He's going to be hard to guard, but we will see what happens. Can we force a Game 7? We are in Denver for this one, and we will see if we can force a Game 7. I think a Game 7 would be in Miami, but we do win by 3 points. Literally, someone hit a game winner. We will check out who that was, but someone must have hit a game winner. It was tied at 95, and the game was over already. So we'll check out the game log, and it seems like Kuzma hit a game winner front three. So Kyle Kuzma coming up big in that one. Game 7 now in Miami. Can we take advantage? Denver is very explosive, and it looks like we are going to get blown out in this one. So we do come up short, but this Denver team is definitely a good team. But I would say we definitely completed most of the objectives. Getting to the finals for the Heat is definitely a good sign right there. But just disappointed we could not get this championship to Miami. So that will be it. Jokic wins the finals MVP. So I would say this was an 8.5 out of 10. We did do a lot of big things, but we weren't able to bring a championship home. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment on the road to 300 subscribers.